So, say, how are you today?
I'm good.
How's everything working out?
So far, so good. Nothing much to complain.
Yeah. So first, I want to start by saying that we are very happy to have you on our show, and we hope that whatever we share here today is going to be very helpful to our viewers.
I hope I give my best, my very best. So
it is like a tradition on our show that first-time guests do a brief introduction.
My name is Mengod Richard Oro. I'm a Cameroonian by nationality. Yeah, like my mom is from the French region, and then my dad is from the English region. So from Mamfi precisely, it's southwest Cameroon. And I am a teacher in Thailand. I've been here for 7 years already. I'm still single.
Wow,
Yes.
that's good.
Thank you.
That's not good. You should be single. But anyway, carry on. Sorry for that.
I haven't gotten married yet. Yes.
You should do that.
Thank you, sir. I'll take that.
Okay, understand. So our conversation for today is about teaching in Thailand, the ways you can teach Thai students, because as far as I know, it's a little bit different from the way we teach in Cameroon. So, but before we get to that, I would like us to talk a little bit about the coronavirus outbreak, and I would like to know how has this pandemic affected your lifestyle?
Oh, this is a really critical time for everyone all over the world, me included. Here in Thailand, like since the 23rd of last month? Yeah, my school decided to close down, and then after that they asked us to stay home. And yeah, since then I basically do nothing. I have nothing to do with my students anymore. Thank God we had submitted our grades already, so the students were on holidays already. And my daily life is like home. If I'm going out, I just like stay in the car, and that's just it.
Oh, that's really serious. And that's about in like your neighborhood, right?
Yes.
I would like to know, like, are there some changes in your neighborhood that are as a result of this outbreak?
Yep. Like today, I'm sorry for the teacher. I will not say that there are certain commodities which are not sold anymore.
Yeah.
Yes, like just recently they said it's not selling alcohol. I'm not a drinker. I'm just like saying what I noticed.
Yeah.
Yes. And also, you at a certain time, all the streets are all empty, all deserted. No one is still outside. But people are more keen now on cleanliness, too, hygiene. People don't throw things around. People are more conscious. Everyone wears a mask, and no more like proximity. People are proximity conscious, if I can say it like that. Yeah.
And from what I know, the Thai authorities have put in certain measures to like safeguard or prevent this outbreak from spreading to many people. You are a teacher, so I do believe that your students will listen to you. So, like, what would you like to say to your students on how they should follow these safety measures that have been put in place by the authorities?
I'll tell my students to avoid being doubting Thomases. If they can be at home at all times, if they have really nothing important or that vital to do outside.
Let's get back to our conversation for today. It's about teaching the Thai students. And could you please describe for us, give us a general view of who a teacher is?
Yeah, a teacher is one of the most important person in someone's life, in a human being's life, because he is responsible to mold you as a model, as a beautiful model of that society and to the world as well.
Okay. We'd like to know, how long have you been a teacher in Thailand?
7 years.
This is your 7th year?
Yeah.
Wow. In the same school, or have you been changing from one school to another?
Fortunately for me, I've been just sitting in the same spot.
Wow, that's really nice.
Thank you.
So, like, what is your secret? Because I know it's kind of hard for people to maintain their jobs for like years. They can have maybe 2-3 years, but to get 4, 5, 6, 7, it's really hard. So I'm thinking that you might be doing something that the school feels like this guy is a great teacher, so we don't want to lose him.
Well, I feel very flattered, very honored. Yeah, sometimes I just don't know how it happens. I think maybe God has a hand in it. Sometimes I feel like I'm almost on my way out of the school, and then, but yet they still keep on renewing me, renewing me. What do I do? What do I really do special? I just try to be a very respectful person in the first place. I respect both the students, the hierarchy, the teachers, my co-workers. Yeah, and so I'm a kind of friendly person. I greet everybody every day,
Oh, that's nice. That's
even
nice.
on the street as I walk. Yeah, like wherever I lived and where the street where my school is, everyone knows me there.
Wow,
So,
that's really nice.
well, that's just for the like the personal or the social side of it. And I try my best when once I get inside the classroom, because teaching is not just like once you get into the classroom. Teaching could be also outside.
Yeah.
So I have to like keep my composure most of the time.
Okay.
And I guess maybe there's something else they like in me. That's what they've been giving me.
Yeah, you are like their most favorite African teacher.
Thank you, thank you.
So, like in your school, do you have like other teachers from Africa?
Yes, we've had, and I was like the first person they hired there. At the same time, with another guy, another African, but unfortunately for him, things didn't work out. He didn't even complete
The first year.
the first term even.
Wow,
Yes.
that must have
I
been
think
serious.
he had some issues with his paperwork. So they asked me to get some other, if I had friends or someone,
Yeah,
to
to bring
introduce
along.
them.
Yeah.
Yes, I brought 1 to 3 people after that, but they still left off.
So I know you might not know exactly the reasons why they left, but can you like just, if you were to guess, know what would possibly be the reason why they left?
It's difficult to go into a school and then not really wanting to, like trying to match the other person.
Okay.
Not in terms of competition.
Yeah.
Because like the first man who gets there and the way they tend to adapt to him or treat him, okay,
Yeah.
yes, they tend to look at him as a model or a role model, or as a perfect person.
Yeah.
So once you come there and then you maybe
Check.
not, you're not able to be like him, they think maybe you're not good, you're like that, yeah. So sometimes they don't like it that much.
Oh, I see. I see. Wow. And I've heard of a case whereby a teacher, a Cameroonian, brought his friend to his school, but unfortunately for the friend, the school were unable to pay him the same amount as they are paying the other teacher. So it was like a conflict between the two of them until at a certain point that one has to leave. Was that the case in your school? Like were the other teachers trying to compare in terms of wages wise or and kind of facilities wise?
No, I will be very like straight to the point. My school has been, for me, I would say biased on me, because every newcomer who's been to my school
Gets more than you.
No, they get the same salary as me.
Oh.
Everyone, as long as you're a foreign teacher, you get the same salary. And I have been there for all these years.
Wow. Wow.
I don't want to talk about any salary increment because I haven't had any.
Exactly. It's okay. It's okay.
So sometimes I feel like they're not treating me fair, but they still like me. They say they like me, but they're not giving me the money.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's not only about the money. You have to understand, right, Richard? It's not only about the money. It might be about many other things. You know, it might be about you liking the students to teach. It might be about you feeling comfortable in the environment that you are now. You know, some places they might give you a higher salary, but you won't be comfortable with the teachers and the staffs and stuff like that. You know. Yeah. So let me ask, like, how many students are in your classroom?
My classroom, well, the numbers actually vary. My largest classrooms have approximately 46 to 47 students.
Wow.
That's like the biggest classrooms I have. And the smallest could be 3, 2.
So is it like a public school or a private school?
It's a private
school.
Yes.
Wow, that's really nice. So if there were a student or a group of students in your classroom who are disturbing, you know, they don't want to listen, they don't want to pay attention, okay, and you as a teacher, how can you handle this situation?
Well, at the beginning of the school year or the term, I always have this orientation class. Yeah, I talk to the students. I tell everything I expect from them and what I will be giving them too. Yes, there are things which I will not accept, which I will not tolerate. The most important thing I emphasize is discipline. So I would want them to always stay disciplined. We have fun in class. We play. We have activities in class. You're free to talk, but please don't shout. Once you shout, no one else can hear my voice. I am the
Exactly.
teacher here, okay? Yeah, so they like get a little nervous there. So whenever I have a student who is like shouting in class, once I hit the table or once I say stop, the whole place turns dead.
So like what level are they?
My school, in terms of if I should compare it to Cameroon, like the entry level of my school should be like from four.
Oh, from
Like
4.
that's like the first year
Yeah.
of years. They're like from four standards in Cameroon. Yes.
And there's for the length of time that you've been teaching, right?
Yeah.
Has there ever been an incident between you and a student?
Yes, I had a student about like 2 years ago. I don't even remember where he is right now. I think he didn't even get to complete that year. But he was so, I don't know where he came from. I've never had anyone like him. He was like, he made me mad. I had to hold myself and call the administration. Yeah, so the administration came, they took him out of the class, they like talked to him and they came to me and they like say, please calm down. Yeah, they say, okay, if you feel like I'm taking like going home or not taking the next classes, okay, that they are all fine. I said, yeah. But that I was fine. Just that I had never seen that before. And that's my only time in Thailand.
So were the student talking during lessons, or did he do something really terrible to you?
He wasn't listening. He was on his phone. And he would like laugh and like
Distract the whole class.
yes.
And so if there is a newcomer, right, what advice can you give to that person on how the person can manage his or her classroom?
Well. We all have different ways. Some other people's ways might work better than my own. But what I observed about Thai students is that they like being rewarded for everything they do. The smallest thing they do, they will want you to cheer them up.
Yeah.
Clap for them. They're like, yay, when you do this, yay, that's good, like that. So to always encourage them. Everyone who comes to Thailand should, first of all, be lenient with the students. Because how we were taught in school is kind of a different thing. In the beginning, when you get to class, like you teach and for maybe 1 hour, 2 hours, and then you're about to leave, you ask them, have you understood? They always say,
Yes, we do.
yes. They never tell you no. Yeah, that's the personality. So they'll never say they never understood anything. But once we come back, like even the next day, hey, do you remember what we did last time? Can you make an example? No one remembers anything. Yes, no one remembers anything. That's the truth. So all those things you must be patient with them. You must be very patient. Let them know that you are the teacher. You must not be stern with them to make that happen. Be friendly. Talk with them. Share personal. They like listening to the teacher's stories. Your personal experience and certain things about their country, especially the things you've witnessed around. Yes. Try to always pull them close to you. Don't make bridges with them. I mean, like, don't keep them away from you. Yes. If you keep them away from you, they might find you boring when you're talking in class, and maybe they'll just end up not coming to your classroom.
About sharing your experiences with them, I think is something good, but it might be difficult for a newcomer who just came in because that individual might not even know how to speak the language, might not understand anything about Thailand as a whole.
You would have to get some Thai and bring into your classroom. I mean, some Thai language. You must learn Thai language, okay, so that you would be able sometimes to explain something in
Thai.
yes.
Oh, I see. And as I've mentioned before, our platform is about providing advice, suggestions, and educating others. Right? So we'd like you to give advice to newcomers, okay, how they should behave themselves and what they should do in order to build up a friendly relationship between them and their students or between them and the administration.
the administration is usually the best place to start. Yeah. If you get someone whom you could like easily report to, start maybe from your head of department. Yes. If you can get them
To your
backing
side.
you to
Yeah.
your side, yes, that would be very nice. And once you have them, that's not all. You need to prove yourself in the classroom. Yeah. Let your students know that you know what you're doing. Nowadays, there are many medias like YouTube, for example, and Facebook. Many students go out there, they listen, they watch maybe movies or songs, and then we should be very keen on on our pronunciation. Sometimes some students were like, "Teacher, what's that sound? What are you trying to say there? I think it's like this." And if you're not careful, you maybe might not feel comfortable in the classroom. Yes, and then in short, just like get ready when you come to the classroom. Don't say that because it's Thailand that they're like this, like that. No, no, no. Try to always be at your best. Don't mind their level of education. Yes, you should be what they should get.
Okay.
Yeah.
This just came to my mind right now. If a student, right, asks you a question in the classroom and you are not sure of your answer, what should you do?
Such things do happen, but it all depends on the degree of difficulty of that question. There are certain questions which we should be able to answer, just like the minimum one. Okay, that's already shows that you're qualified when you answer that. Yes, but if it's a complex question, you're free to tell the student that we can check on that later.
Okay.
Yes.
Or that not that I do not know.
Try to avoid that. But yeah, you could tell them as well. The teacher is just a human being. He doesn't know everything. This is just a brain, not a hard drive.
So we did be able to understand that a teacher is just a human and there are certain things that he or she does not know.
Oh, sometimes I remember once I told him, turn your phones on. Let's Google this thing up. All together in the classroom. We're like, yeah. And we're like, yeah. I said,
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Richard, for coming to our show, and we hope to have you on the show in a subsequent episode.
You're most welcome.
Okay, we've come to the end of today's show. We hope you find our show insightful and inspiring. Please leave your thoughts and suggestions on how we can make this show best serve you in the comment section below. We are hoping to hear from you. And if you enjoy watching our shows, then it is advisable for you to subscribe to this channel and also hit the notification button so that you will be notified whenever we upload a new video. Until next time that we shall meet again, be safe, be happy, and most importantly, be healthy. I have been your host, Kelly Jackson. Goodbye.